So sometimes you've got to move, you need to move, it's time to make a move on your own, or you're getting a transfer and you're moving to Northern Virginia, but you don't know anything about it and you want to know what some of my personal pros are for moving to Northern Virginia. I'm a California native and I moved here a little over 10 years ago, and I'm going to break it down for you what my pros are for living in Northern Virginia. So every day I get calls and emails and texts from people who are moving and relocating to the Northern Virginia area and wanting to know what are some of the pros, where to go, all those things. So I'm going to break it down for you guys today, and we're going to talk a little bit about what are some of my pros for living in Northern Virginia. My name is Griffin. I'm with Loudoun Living at Pearson Smith Realty. I'm a top-selling real estate agent in the Northern Virginia area. I also run a popular moms group all about living in Loudoun County in Northern Virginia. So my husband and I will say probably our top things is food. It's the diversity of food that you get here in Northern Virginia. We are a melting pot of the country, and so you have a big variety of food, and we love to go try different things with our kids. I will say my kids will often prefer I have one child who just prefers chicken nuggets or a hamburger and french fries, but my daughter will try any food and she loves a big variety. So some nights we might have Greek food, some nights we might have Indian food or Chinese food or anything in between. And I really love that we can experience and try different cultures and different foods here in the Northern Virginia area. One of the great things about Northern Virginia is, yes, we do have some older homes that have been around for a very long time, but we also have a lot of new construction homes, which is a really nice benefit to living here in the Northern Virginia area. If you're looking for new construction, whether it's a condo, a town, or a single family, we have it here for you. And I think that's one of the biggest draws to our area versus maybe living in the District of Columbia, where you can't really get new construction. Everything is built out. Here, we're still growing, and our counties are still getting bigger and bigger. In fact, Loudoun County still has a lot of growth left. So does Prince William County. Fairfax has some areas that they're still growing out. So definitely having access to new construction homes is a big plus to living in Northern Virginia. The next on my list is transportation. There are multiple options if you want to commute here in Loudoun County and have access to different transportation options. There is the VRE, which is our railroad system. We have, of course, the Metro, and the Metro has just finished its last expansion into Loudoun County with the Silver Line finally being completed. I know that is a big thing for me because I live in Loudoun County. We have two international airports. We have DCA, Reagan International, and then we have Dulles out in Loudoun County. So having access to two international airports is great. BWI, although it is over the border in Maryland, is a hop, skip, and a jump away. So technically kind of 3 airports in our area if you really count it that way. We also have the WOND trail. So if you want to bike, you can definitely do it. They took out some of the old railroad systems and put in a trail system, which is great. We also have access to different commuter routes, and there's also bus systems. So there's Fairfax Connector and Loudoun County Transit. So there is a different varieties of transportation depending on where you're going for work. So if you don't want to drive your car and you don't want to bike, there's public transportation en masse that you can take. Northern Virginia has a lot of great neighborhoods. Whether you want to be where it's more rural and more spread out, or you want to live in the city, we have everything for you. Whether it's condos, townhomes, single families, if you want a lot of land, or just like my husband says, when we first moved here, we got a postage stamp. If you want a postage stamp or a ton of land, we have that for you. And the variety of homes is really a great asset that we have to this area. There's different price points, so it's affordable for everybody who wants to live here. In fact, Leesburg, which is in Loudoun County, was actually voted the number 8th top city in the United States out of 25 by Fortune magazine. So definitely our neighborhoods and our cities are some of the best places to live in the United States. Lastly, what makes Northern Virginia one of my favorite places to live is our jobs. The reason why we relocated out to this area was my husband had a job with the government and they brought us out here from California. There are a ton of jobs, whether you work for the government. We are also the East Coast Silicon Valley. Yes, we're going to steal that title. It is the East Coast Silicon Valley here in Loudoun County with tons of data centers and tech jobs. We also have jobs from big corporations such as Google, Amazon, Audi, VW. So whether you're working for a corporation, a tech firm, or the government, there are tons of jobs and tons of opportunity out here. In fact, Loudoun County, according to the U.S. Census Bureau, the average income is $139,000 per year for residents living in Loudoun County. So you can definitely tell our area is rich with jobs by the base salary and the average income that people are making in our area. So definitely there are a tons of pros to living here in Northern Virginia, from our diversity of food, some of our new construction home availability that we have here, transportation, the best neighborhoods and some of the best cities in the United States, as well as the jobs and economy here in Northern Virginia. If you're thinking of moving to Northern Virginia or the Loudoun County area, I'd love to be a resource for you. My name is Laura Griffin. My phone number is below and my email is up here. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you can learn all there is to know about living in Northern Virginia.